All right. This is how to do a production and a materials purchase budget. And so the problem is Zeppost Company has the following sales budget. So we need the February, March, April, and then we need 2 months beyond what we're actually forecasting. So we also need May and June. Okay, so our sales for each month is 30,000. Oops, that was January. I'm sorry, my mistake. February was 50,000. March was 70,000. April was 80,000. May was 60,000. And June was 50,000. All right, so that's how many we're projecting to sell. But we have an inventory policy, which we are told the beginning inventory January 1st is 8,000 units. The desired ending inventory is 25% of next month's sales. Okay, so we need an ending inventory, the desired ending inventory. So 25% of next month's sales, so that would be 17,500 there. 25% would be 20,000 from April. 25% would be 15,000 from May, and 25% would be 12,500 from June. Okay, so that's what we have. And then we know that we have beginning inventory. Again, that's going to be 12,500, 25% of the 50. And that will be a minus because we've got that in beginning inventory. So we don't have to make that, right? Now, there's two ways you can do it. You can just say 25% of this would be 17,500, or you could just come over here and bring each one of these diagonally down. So 17,500. So 20% of that would be 20,000, or just bring that 20,000 this way. So we add it here, we subtract it here. And then in May would be 15,000. All right, so we just add those up for each period. So plus 5 would be 55,000. Plus 250 would be 72,500. Minus 5 would be 75,000. And minus 250 would be 57,500. All right, so that's the production budget. That's part A, right? You're done with part A then. And then the next part is to do the purchase for materials. And so materials we are told, so we're just going to continue this. And the materials we are told, each unit requires 6 units of materials at $2 of material X and 3 units of material Y at $2 per unit. There are 15,000 units of X and Y, and 45,000 units on hand January 1. Well, and the desired ending inventory will be 30% of next month's needs for the coming year. So the first thing we have to do, so we'll do material X first. So we just take the production budget numbers, 55,000, 72,500, 75,000, and 57,500. And for material X, we're going to multiply each of those by 6. And so we get 330,000 for February. Now that's what's going to be used to produce, right? We haven't gotten to the inventory part yet. 72,500. 6 times would be 435,000. 75,000 be 450,000, and then 57,500, and 6 is 345,000. All right, so this is the amount we're going to use in production for each of those months. We then need the inventory on each of those, and it's 30%. 30% of next month's needs. So I need 30% of 435,000 is 130,500, but I'm going to have on hand 30% of 330,000. And that would be 99,000 that I'm going to subtract off. And so I just do the same thing that I did before. Up here in the production budget, I need 30% of 450,000 is 135,000. So 135 is 30% of 450, and then I need 345 is 103,500. And see that this is why I need those 2 extra months, because a month keeps falling off every time I do this. And now again, I just bring this down 130,500 and change the sign. 135,000, change the sign, add those up. I get 330. I need 361,500. That's how many units of X I will need to buy for February. I need 439,500 in March, and I need 450. 103,500 plus, and 135 minus. Whoops, did something wrong. And 418,500. Now that's the number of units I need to purchase, but then I'm told that the price for each unit is 8, so I simply multiply each one of those times 8. I get 3,348,000 for April. 439,500. I get 3,516,000 for March. And I get 2,892,000 for February. Okay, that takes care of product X. Product Y, we do the exact same way. I'm going to slide it up here. That didn't work. There we go. And so again, for product Y, we do the exact same thing. We take the manufacturing production numbers, 72,500, 75,000, and 57,500. This time it will be multiplied by 2, I believe, no, 3 units of materials. And since that was 6, this will be half, right? Be 165. All right, so that's that. Again, we do the inventory factors now, 30%. So 30% of 217 65,250. 37% of 225 is 67,500, and 30% of 172 500 is 51,750. All right, so now we need to bring those down. 67,500, 65,250, and then of course 30% of 165 is 49,500. Add those up. 165 plus 65,250 minus 49,500 is 180,750. 217,500 plus 67,500 minus 65,250 is 219,750. And then finally 225, hard to tell, that's a 5, but that is a 5 there. 225 plus 51,750. Whoops, didn't hit a number there. 225, enter, plus 51,750 minus 67,500 is 209,250. All right, so that gives us the number of units of Y we need to buy, but then we're told that each one is times $2. So we just multiply each of those times 2. And 18750 is 361,500. 219 750 times 2 is 439,500, and 209 250 times 2 is 418,500. And so that will be our purchase budget for material Y. All right, hope that helps on that one.